25. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The New England offense running out now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. Here's Mahomes. Finding Collins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Hall once more. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. He's got a man left. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Paul takes it straight ahead. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. Okonkwo brings it in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, headed right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Flowers now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They're out and set, 1st and 10. the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Justin Reed with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
J.K. Scott on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Pats will take over. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Patriots push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This will be caught by Parker. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They go play action here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Juke the defender. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They start the drive with Hall. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, Those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Complete out to the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Pass play on 1st and 10. Moss hauls it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. Able to find Wright. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Still sticking with the passing game. Quick slant, that's Williams.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Motioning him from the slot right. From the 22 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Can't you give him much of the credit for this early lead? Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. To the air, Mahomes. Collins there to grab it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. With slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw, Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Patriots looking for a score before halftime. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Another throw for Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Bradley Pinion on down to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Justin Reed with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They running from the gun with Wright. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by Cedric Gray. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied and checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. C.J. Stroud leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Tua Tagovailoa, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Reed kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. On 1st down, they'll run. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That pass complete to Moss. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Taken in by Smith. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw here on 1st down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And a man is there to knock that away.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
They are throwing it again. It's taken in by Williams. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I can still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is don't ever try that again.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
Brown's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Now it's Mahomes. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 16 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. On target to Godwin.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Completed to Collins. And that's good for a gain of 5. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Again, Mahomes to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through the second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Piniero's kick is good. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Reed now to kick this one away. Flowers now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Justin Reed with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mahomes. Collins there to grab it. And this one does not go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Finds his target, Hall. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. I'll try to run for it with Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes finds his man. It's Godwin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He just throws this one away. The Patriots have their punting unit out. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it. Connects with Johnson. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action on first down. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 10. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a 13-13 ball game as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Running for it again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Here's New England ready once again on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Called in by Godwin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They've got first down from the 31. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. To throw it on first down. Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's 2nd and 5. They did it! He made the interception! And the Patriots have some new life in the 4th. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. The first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
A 2nd down throw for Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On target to Godwin. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Pistol now for Mahomes. Rushed out. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw Mahomes. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Hunter on now, and he gets into this one. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Raiders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Gets this to Johnson. And he pushes his up beyond the 20 before going out. Throwing now on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to be tackled after getting it up to the 28. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
The gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Collins there to grab it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down. Hall running between the tackles. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Looking slant route, complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's Hall on the give. And they'll pick up Little down to the 12-yard line. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Offense going for it here, 4th and 5. Looking to throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to fight his way forward to the 23. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. Another carry for him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. He'll look to throw it. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Here he is to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Here he is to throw. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance save to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jameson Williams, who's third in the league in catches this season and ready for more this week. It's the Raiders and the Jets on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strength.
Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
So punt coming up on 4th down, and it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now. This finds Smith. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll throw it again. This will be caught by Parker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Jets' 26-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
He gets it headed right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Back to throw. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. On first down, it's Richardson. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open.
Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they had that one contained right at the line. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch made here at the 30. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Throwing from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Going to be knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Moss hauls it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. He's got him. That's Moss. And And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there.